Then we're back, oh my god! Sorry, I was trying to startle people. I do that every now and again. Did that work? No? Okay, whatever. I give up. You guys are unstartleable. I found my shirt. First of all, I want to say thank you to Sledged for your donation. I got it when I was offline. Would you like to put that for or against our total over here? Regardless, thank you for the donation, Sledged. Riku! Except he's floating in the darkness because his body has only very recently been reattached to himself and he's having trouble maintaining cohesion.
Where am I?
You're in the realm of darkness.
Stay asleep.
Who's there?
You should remain asleep. Here, between light and dark.
Yeah, I actually lied. He's not in the realm of darkness.
What?
He's in the realm in between.
The king! Where's the king? Together we close the door to darkness. After that?
You came drifting here by yourself. You did not have the strength to overcome the darkness. Or maybe you were close to it.
As if I'm some kind of demon.
Turn from the light. Shut your eyes. Here, blanketed by the darkness, sleep is safety. Sleep is eternal. But
oh, what's this?
it is a door to the truth. Take it and your sleep ends as you take the first step toward the truth.
I want to talk about one thing really quick here. Is this Ansem the Seeker of Darkness or Diz the Wise? It is funny that it's one of the two. But I mention this because it is a debatable thing. Basically, we're going to be hearing from Diz like 3 times. Not counting the ending, obviously. The rest of the time, it's actually the Seeker of Darkness that we actually are hearing. Now, I absolutely think this is Diz. First of all, he basically pushes him, a little subtly, but nevertheless, to to moving on. And at no point in time does he encourage him in any way to do something that would lead towards, him retaking his body or anything like that. He also flat out gives him the access to Castle Oblivion, which, honestly, the Seeker of Darkness probably doesn't even have at this point in time. Remember, he's fully submerged within Riku. However, Diz actually has a freaking base inside Castle Oblivion, and has for some time. So he would probably have access to that kind of thing. So yeah, for a number of reasons, and the speech pattern thing that Darth Pandemonium pointed out is an excellent reason as well. I'm pretty sure this is Diz right here. Oh, by the way, super spoilers! Diz is actually Ansem the Wise. It's a Lorerun. What? We're... All the spoilers, guys.
But know this. The truth will bring you pain. Will you still go? There is no return to the security of sleep.
They also kind of meddle with the voice acting just to throw you off a bit.
This
in several
seemed like
cases.
a boring place to take a nap anyway.
That was very well said, Riku.
Also, I cannot picture... correct, Lava Dude. I cannot picture Seeker of Darkness having the ability to do what Diz just did there. Excuse me, what just happened to Riku there. Again, Seeker of Darkness has very little actual power at this point in
Door to
time.
the truth, huh?
Oh, M&M's, absolutely, Nicholas. If you have peanut M&M's, that'd be even better. I'm going to be buying another bag of that today. So, one thing I want to talk about that's actually kind of a weirdness. Now, I like the Riku section a lot, actually. I'm hopeful this will not be too bad. We'll see. I've never cheated on this section, and don't really plan to. It's kind of hard to cheat relatively speaking, since, you know, there's no cards or anything like that. You have a set deck. So I guess, like, infinite HP is the only thing I could do with that, or lots of HP or whatever. But I will say this. This section feels much better designed in general, and it kind of shows that they built the first section first and this section second, because there's a lot more polish and display, specifically with the gameplay and the boss design, which we'll be showcasing a bit as we go through it. Furthermore, excuse me, there's one thing they did that I really questioned, and I'm not actually sure why they did this. They add the idea of scent to this particular section. All of a sudden, there's this whole thing about the scent of darkness, and different people have different scents to them. Smells, basically. And that is only mentioned here and never mentioned again anywhere else, or previous anywhere else. It literally just comes up in this section of this game. It's a weird thing to just have happen like that, and it bothers me, the fact that it's just here and nowhere else. I get what they're doing with it. First of all, they do it so that they can identify Marluxia, so that XIII can identify Riku, and so he can figure out what's going on with Ansem the Seeker of Darkness and differentiate him between Diz. And of course, there's the final line that could only happen because of the scent pun, basically. The whole thing, they're constantly talking about the smell of darkness and yada yada yada. And there's this line, I think this is only the GBA version, but right at the end, Ansem the Seeker of Darkness is like, you should give it to me. And Riku says, honestly, the only reason I don't want to do this is because you smell bad. I'm not kidding, though. That's actually a thing, and I don't get it. So, playable Riku. One of the only times, actually. Oh, it absolutely is 7th. It's only here. It's never mentioned elsewhere. Why is it just here? Why? XIII implies that it's an ability that he's had for some time, that he's good at. Whatever. So, of course, we start on floor, effectively, -13 in the basement, and we start at Hollow Bastion, because, of course, we do. Yeah, Dream Drop Distance was the other one I was talking about. So this is Diz, or Ansem Seeker of Darkness, probably Diz, explaining the nature of Castle Oblivion and the memory reflections, the memory illusions, and all that fun stuff. Now remember, most of Riku's memories aren't actually being fiddled with here. So he's basically going to have the same general reaction that they are. However, and this is interesting, things are being meddled a little bit. Let's just put it that way. No, Schmeinolf. This starts a little bit in to Sora's story, and like it's like this. Here's Sora's story, and here's Riku's. So Sora's story is about halfway through when Riku's story is about halfway through when Sora's story finishes, and then Riku's story keeps going a little bit after it. So the gameplay here is very different. I'm going to go and just demonstrate this here as soon as I find an enemy to beat the crap out of. Oh, here we go. So as you can see, we still got the same basic thing, but as I already mentioned, there's no deck building. You're just given a deck. It's a decent deck. You notice the refill is frickin' instantaneous. That's the first major change there. Well, I guess the second major change, since they got rid of deck building. Hey, Full Metal. We've also got this. You can actually flat out raise his attack power, raise his HP, or raise his Dark Pit power, which we don't even have as an option yet. We're going to be raising his attack power for the most part. This is also effectively the first game to, Did I just get a Joker on my first drop ever? Oh my god! That's the first Joker I've ever gotten to drop ever. I'm not using that. I should, I'll pop into the menu to showcase something else here really quick, in a bit. Yeah, stream luck, seriously. So yeah, here's the deck. Riku cannot customize his deck. He has to use the existing one. The deck will actually change throughout the course of the game. So as we go further in, his deck will actually get stronger or weaker and generally change as we move, especially after we gain his dark powers. As I mentioned, this is actually the first game to really analyze the darkness is not evil thing in full. It's been mentioned before, though, hinted at, in tiny little ways in Kingdom Hearts 1. For the most part, though, this is our first time with that kind of a concept. And I'd say concept that will remain throughout the series in basically every game after this one. Yeah, I like how Riku got Bottomless Darkness. That was a nice one. That's why I'm still going. Now, I'm going to be grinding, or I should say, I'm going to be Korean methoding a little bit. For those of you who don't know what the Korean method is, it basically involves not skipping any battles. So every encounter is fought. I'm going to be doing that at least to a certain extent in this one. Hey, is it cool? No, we're in Chain of Memories. Oh, the numbers. Okay, so this is our no music counter. This is our Sora is dumb counter, and this is our donation incentive for Kingdom Hearts 2. Sorry. You notice you level a bit faster, too. It is much funner. If they had made the combat and gameplay of Sora's style like this, I actually would probably enjoy Chain of Memories playing it a lot more than I do. Let's see. I need to do this. And switch to this. There we go. Make sure it's switched. Yep, okay.
Like it.
Probably not. Samurai. I haven't seen a lot of modding in Kingdom Hearts in general, except for Kingdom Hearts 2. It's the only game I've seen modded extensively. And I have seen it modded extensively, so, you know. This would be an excellent time for general Q&A, as we're just kind of leveling our way through this section. So, if anybody has any questions, comments, thoughts... I saw the video, by the way, Samurai. I believe it or not, I actually already knew that, but it is nice to see it fully laid out like that. No, this is real Riku. This is actually Riku. Having relatively recently been reconnected with his body. What is that? It's an 8. We'll use this one. With no CP limit, I could see Pandemonium. The CP limit is really irritating. At least to me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. And I'm one of those people who likes deck building, by the way, so don't think that's the problem. I'm one of those people who spent hours and hours and hours making decks in Magic the Gathering. Hell, hours and hours, probably more like days and days at this point. Yes, he does, Cashel. Riku's memories are basically never fiddled with. So, for the most part, he remembers everything normally. There's only a few differences, and most of them are those specific memories of Sora. Oh, that was terrible, Kay. Always go with AP first, attack power. And yes, Riku will actually be active during the events of 358, unlike Sora, who's asleep the whole time. Granted, Riku's kind of struggling to get stuff done, but hey. Well, Mickey gets out because he's frickin' Mickey. Actually, they do explain this. Mickey's using that transport dummy that he likes to use, and will be using basically for the entire series. Riku does it by force of will, and I feel a little bit of coincidence. I've always felt that one of the reasons why he drifted here specifically was because of the fact that Naminé was calling Sora, and that had the side effect of summoning him as well. but because of the fact that he was already in such a bad state after reconnecting with his body, after Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, had been pushed out of it, that he was, for all intents and purposes, asleep. Also, because if I don't point this out, someone else will. Yeah, no kidding, dude. Riku was played like a fiddle back in Kingdom Hearts 1. He already knows what it's like. He doesn't want to do that again. Yes, he is casual. It's actually fun. Weird, isn't it? Whoops. There we go. Yeah, no kidding's a fool. Hey, Sora, by the way, there's this chick named Naminé, and... Then again, in a scene we will see in Kingdom Hearts 2, Riku almost killed Naminé. Almost. He didn't actually go through with it, thank God. That would have been a definite, moral event horizon there. Anyways, the sleep thing. So it has been theorized by several people that the whole, the sleep thing is very similar to what happens in Dream Drop Distance here. In other words, that Riku was effectively asleep in a similar way to characters from the Sleeping Worlds were asleep in Dream Drop Distance. Whether that's true or not, it's debatable. I have my own theory about the sleep thing, for lack of a better way to put that. And it doesn't conform to any other theory I've ever heard, so we'll see what you guys think of it when we get there. We'll go with this one. Hey Ryan VG, and yes you did, sorry. Hi Night Forager. Quick, make a pun about Riku! If you say the same one that Kay said, you get a point. 1 point. No. Honestly, I actually always had the impression that after Kingdom Hearts 2, before Dream Drop Distance, Sora and Riku actually sat down and just kind of traded stories, and I believe that's actually a time when Riku could have been like, oh, and there's this place called Castle Oblivion, yada yada yada. And you don't remember any of it, but it was awesome, Sora, you should have been there. That's just my take on it. Maybe that's just giving them too much credit, because that's what I would fricking do! Then again, given the fact that Sora gets a lot of his memories back after... Well, I shouldn't say his memories back. A lot of memories dumped into him during Dream Drop Distance. And it affects him really badly. It's possible he didn't know anything about that. Yes, I do, Ultimate Paradox. All the people! There you go, good one, Night Forwarder. You have done well, my young apprentice. Honestly, I don't, Ultimate Paradox. I don't have a wish list. I have people I want to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, but the 13 Seekers? No. I would actually have to sit down and do it. I'm far too stupid for that. Like I said, you're going to be seeing a lot more of the combat in this one, because I need to level for this playthrough. Seeker of Darkness is not an easy fight. And it's not like I could get to the last fight and be like, alright, well, there's the last boss, we're not going to beat him, so... One of the things I like about the blindfold thing is it was implied, like forever, that the blindfold was basically cosmetic. And then there's a scene in 358 where he actually lifts the blindfold to look at someone. And it's like, wait, you really can't see? What the hell, Riku? I have an explanation or theory for that, but it's a theory, let's just be honest with it. But I mean, seriously? Oh, you never know, okay. These people are very stupid. The Winnie the Pooh level was directly lifted, Kemek. This stuff is not. Some of the assets are the same, but it is different designs, different rooms, and whatnot. All of them Pandemonium. I'm not kidding. I would love a Dissidia-style Kingdom Hearts game. I would buy the crap out of that brand new day of, and I would play it until my eyes bleed. That's barely an exaggeration. I love Dissidia. And I would love to see that for, the organization members, for all these guys, yada yada. Now, I will say this. I do not have any plans whatsoever of picking up Dissidia 3 ever, because it has no story! And therefore is meaningless. Dissidia 1 and 2 had story. Excellent story. Excellent characterization. Excellent, blah, 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 blah. So, that's my proviso. If there's going to be a Kingdom Hearts Dissidia, it has to have a frickin' story! But whatever.
Like it. Take this. Like it. Take this.
That could be it, okay. My explanation's a little more mundane than that, admittedly. Yeah, exactly like that, Full Metal. The gameplay in Dissidia is fantastic, why do you ask? Alright, we shall use Bottomless Darkness! Because it's a story room. Hey, Deutsch! These are still illusions, Ultimate Paradox. Hey, Spirit of Memory. So this is the room that Maleficent gave to him. This is nice because we actually get to see, through his memories, some of the stuff we never got to see in Kingdom Hearts 1. Maleficent gave me this room. And you lived here, tempted by the darkness. You cast away your home, your friends, everything. But at least they gave you a nice room. Stop talking! I think that was him talking to me, Arsh, not the voice. I do talk too much. Oh god, no, Nicholas, that would take so long. No. I mean, I've played as everyone in the city. I actually made a point of doing that at one point in time. I spent like a couple of weeks just going down the list and playing as every single character in Dissidia one by one. And really, you know, getting a feel for them. And no. I will say this, Sephiroth is easily my favorite character to play as. Well, I shouldn't say favorite. He's... Well, no, he's favorite. I think that's a good word for it. Actually, having to think about which card I use. What's the world coming to? Sure, we'll do that one. Get some early levels. Never, Nicholas! Never. Yeah, sure, Night Forger, go ahead. Besides, I plan to do a Dissidia video sometime, and by Dissidia, I mean a Dissidia stream sometime. And if I did that, I would just analyze their movesets live, rather than trying to do a recorded analysis, because that would be insane. I suppose I just answered Pandemonium's question, too. Darkness conquers all cards. Wait. Where am I going? This way. Wrong thing. Ah! I do like it, yes, yes. Given everything that's happened recently, Night Forger, keeping in mind I still haven't done the Delta Quadrant stuff, I would say understaffed. They're probably running at minimum crews on most of the ships. Also keep in mind, most Starfleet ships have been leaning more towards smaller, destroyer-style ships rather than the big cruisers and battleships, so... What do you mean, Deutsch? Yes, this is actually Riku, Ultimate Tornor, going through Castle Oblivion. Floor B13 and up. What do I want to waste here? We'll do this one. So yeah, there's no one in the entire floor. Even though there should be people here. Illusions, but still. Do you want to see the people from your memories? Of course I do. But you cast them aside. You dreamt of the outside world and opened your heart to darkness. Behind you, you left family, friends, home, everything, all in the pursuit of darkness. But I cast that aside too. And what do you have to show for it? First your home, then the dark. Your heart only knows how to cast away. It's empty. Just like that room. Like your memories. That's why you don't meet anyone. Your heart is hollow, except for the residual darkness. You're wrong. I rejected the darkness. Did you really now? By the way, this is clearly Seeker of Darkness talking here. Although it is still debatable, I'll freely admit that. They do kind of mix and match it throughout the course of the thing, and in some cases, it's possible it's Diz, in some cases it's possible it's Seeker of Darkness. They deliberately obfuscate, so... It is entirely possible that was actually Diz speaking. I don't 100% know, I'll go ahead and tell you that flat out.
Take this. Like it.
The reason I say Seeker of Darkness in that case, by the way, is his word choice. It feels more like something Seeker of Darkness would say than Diz. Just my analysis on it. I do also like how he's retained his sword and still cannot wield a Keyblade at this point in time. Where's the... what? Oh, there it is. It's the dramatic thing, and his... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I've never been able to explain my dialogue analysis. I do it in real life, too. Oh, Diz would absolutely speak harshly, but I don't think he would speak convincingly. This entire point of dialogue is trying to push Riku in a direction, and Diz has no interest in that direction. Ansem does. Seeker of Darkness does. I'm just gonna start calling him Sod. Sod has an interest in that. It's just a sword, Kay. Just a simple little sword that has no significance at all. If you're really nice, I'll give it to Higaide in the future. Oh, Sod would probably win that one, Casual. Very unlikely, Night Forager. Only the really small ships would have any kind of problems overcrowding. And even then, there's no reason for them to. So, yeah. Yay! What'd you get to eat, Lava? You got lava to eat? That actually sounds really good. I could go for that right now. Lava. Nom, nom, nom. I'm pretty sure the sword was actually given to him by Maleficent. I have no proof of that. It's just something that makes sense to me. And here is a sword crafted from darkness, just for you, little one. You know I think of you as a son.
Like it. Take this. Like it.
Ooh, that's actually a tough one, Pandemonium. I'm gonna say Arthas because he's still suffering and no one's interested in saving him, whereas Xion has a pretty good chance in the future of actually being rescued. And, you know, is not being tortured eternally. Not only that, Ultimate Torner, but I actually can't. Editing the saves for the Riku section is completely different. Like, I mean, completely different. So, it's not really necessary. I mean, I'm grinding a bit by pushing through and leveling, but, what do I need? 4? Yeah, sure. But that's mostly for rune cards, and the sod fight. That is true, Kay. Which also makes me think it's Maleficent. You'd think a fairy would be able to design a weapon that can be summoned like that. A fake Keyblade, if you will. Seems very her, given the direction she was pushing him in. I don't know about you guys, but if I was in a strange place and some creepy evil woman was like, "Here, have this sword," I'd be like, "Sweet!" What's that? What's it called? Frostmourne? Sign me the hell up! So let's talk relative strength. As we've already discussed, Riku has a pretty weak heart. And that's kind of a recurring theme for him. I mean, he'll obviously become stronger and more skilled and more disciplined, but the general consensus is his heart remains weak, relatively speaking, throughout the entirety of the series. He makes up for that with his strong willpower, discipline, skill, cunning, you know, whatever you want to call it. Favorite sword in all of fiction? My version of the Masamune, which I actually refer to as Hope, is the name of the sword. Or no, Death. Excuse me, Death is the name of that sword. My bad. I forgot. There's a sword called Hope, and there's a weapon called Death, and I get them confused sometimes. Anyways, point being. So, Riku, some people argue how strong relative to other characters Riku is. I mean, he does become a Keyblade Master, for whatever that means. And he does accomplish a great many feats, and he is damn good in a fight. But I think Riku is one of those weird exceptions of a character... Oops, do I have any? Yes, I do. Damn. Of a character who is strong, perhaps in spite of his heart, rather than because of it. I think I'd go with Frostmourne. Hi, Muradin. Stab! No, Pandemonium. I designed that sword long before FF13 was out. Or FF12, or FF11. Or FF6. So I like how Maleficent flat out says, "Nope, I'm just a memory." Similar to Eris, she pretty much knows her own nature, and for the reasons already mentioned when it comes to Eris. You can only see those that exist in the same darkness. Be grateful you have someone to keep your company. Your heart is so empty. Were it not for the darkness it contains, you'd be completely alone. I've always defined the heart in this game as basically a combination of soul, emotion, will, with a little bit of personality mixed in. But I usually distinguish the heart and the mind, and I usually distinguish the heart and the skill, and definitely the heart and the body. So, yes, in my personal opinion, Xemnas is the single strongest and most skilled individual in the entire series. You know, if everyone was to fight, I think Xemnas would end up at the top of the heap. He has a lot going for him. He is a nobody, and simply becoming a nobody augments the hell out of your abilities. He was already incredibly powerful before that in terms of strength, skill, and experience. He has effectively 2 people empowering him, possibly 3 people empowering him to further augment him. And, of course, he has basically Terra's body at its height in terms of raw physical strength and whatnot. So, I'm sorry, I've been skipping over this, but basically all Riku's saying here is, I hate the darkness, I hate the darkness, I hate the darkness. No, I don't, Ryan VG. I think Xemnas is stronger than Master Xehanort. Yes, exactly, Cashel. That in a combination of circumstances. Now, I will say Sora, I suppose, has the potential to be the strongest one in the setting because of his nature as the combiner. Oh, jeez. Okay. Paying attention. Or that could happen. Because Xemnas is everything Master Xehanort is and more. And he's a nobody. And I want to stress this again. Being a nobody is an augment by itself. Oh my god, fire everywhere. Jesus Christ. Simply becoming a nobody can turn someone who has literally no power and no skill into a fighter capable of taking on some of the best in the setting. Then you take someone like Master Xehanort, turn him into a nobody. Turn him into a nobody. And give him Terra's strength, empowering him on top of all that. And you have Xemnas. Okay. That was a little close. So, yeah. No, I think if anyone was close to Anakin, it actually probably would be Riku. Okay, we did it. Yeah, Roxas is another good example. Honestly, I feel Vexen and Zexion are probably the best examples of what can become of someone when you become a nobody. They may be the weakest of the nobodies, but they are still stronger than most other people. And they weren't even fighters before. There was a guy who was a researcher with 0 combat experience, and a kid who was a researcher with 0 combat experience. So, yeah. We're gonna get some fights in here. Now, I will also say this. I've never been one of those people who believes the PC is automatically the strongest thing in the setting. Because that relies on the player, not the character. If that makes any sense. The PC is pretty much automatically expected to win, and therefore is, by technical definition, the strongest thing in the setting. But that's, again, because of the player, not the character. So there are actually several settings where I don't actually believe the PC is the strongest thing wandering around in the setting. And Sora is a good example of that. That being said, I do think Aqua is the 3rd strongest person wandering around the setting. Well, I don't know, Shadow, would you prefer to have the Ice Shield or the Illusory Book? I like how you say yet, Cashel. That's a nice touch there. I've heard that many times, yes, Shadow. In fact, it was just mentioned up there by Ryan VG, because he pointed out how Riku and Sora took out Xemnas, therefore they are the strongest. By technical definition. All I have to say to that is Obi-Wan beat Grievous. It doesn't make him better. To use an example I've used many times.
Why do you shun the darkness?
This is clearly the Secret of Darkness here.
Come on, I know you heard me. Every word I said to Maleficent.
Darkness is your weapon. It is time you learned you must accept it.
What do you mean?
Stop resisting. Accept the darkness. You have no choice. If you are to serve me again.
I thought it was you, Ansem.
Oh, you don't seem surprised.
All you have been talking about is the darkness. I can only assume you want to pull me back in, so you can play puppet master.
Clever boy. I knew you'd be the one to most appropriately serve me. And now, surrender to me again.
You're crazy! Not a chance!
I like how his argument is basically just, let me control you. Why? Because you should let me control you.
Did you really think you could do me harm? A weakling like you couldn't even defeat Sora, and you had darkness on your side.
Oh, excuse me for being weak.
You are weak. You need darkness. Surrender. Bow to darkness. Bow to
Oh,
me.
texture face! Texture face!
That's not gonna happen!
Only the darkness can offer to you all of the strength that you will need.
You're wrong.
Mickey! Hey, Mickey.
Voice. Your Majesty?
That's right. Remember, Riku, you're not alone.
So this is basically Mickey reconnecting with Riku here. A
Listen
connection that'll actually
close.
stay forever.
The light will never give up on you. You'll always find it, even in the deepest darkness.
I got it.
I think it's a combination,
lose to
believe it or
darkness.
not, Samurai.
Not today.
I was actually going to talk about that.
You think that feeble little light can save you from the darkness that I command?
Personally, I've always felt that the Seeker of Darkness actually was destroyed at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. It makes most sense for several things, not the least of which being Dream Drop Distance, and most likely what we're going to be seeing in 3. So what is this thing? Well, remember that, Wait, what? Anyways, remember that Ansem was in control of Riku's body for a decent period of time. And as we know full well, that leads to a etching, for lack of a better word choice here. Of, I'm trying to figure out what the game wants me to do, and I can't remember. Whatever. I'll just keep that hitting him. That's clearly. It leads to that etching of the heart situation again. It leads to the heart being affected and having bits and pieces left behind as a result of that. What am I supposed to do here? I know this is a tutorial. I'm just trying to figure out how to do what I'm supposed to do here. I've been doing card breaks. There we go. Ah, what? I did it! Damn it, I finally got the triangle button to pop up. Yeah, I saw it too. That's why I was waiting. There it is! Okay. But I hit duel. Nothing happened. Did I just hit it too slow? Anyways, getting back to my point. Yeah, I agree with what Kay just said here. I think this is literally just a remnant. Kind of like the lingering whale situation is actually probably the best example of that. This is basically just a lingering sentiment of the original Ansem Seeker of Darkness that is left on. There we go. That is left on, for lack of a better way to put it, on Riku's heart, or in Riku's heart. So in other words, this is not actually the Seeker of Darkness at all, and there is no actual threat to him taking over
What?
Riku.
That all you got?
Make sense?
It seems to me that you are intent on resisting the darkness. All right. Then see it for yourself.
Oh, get ready to take a drink.
This is a card crafted from your memory. Advance through the world it creates, and soon you will understand. Chasing after light is not the way. It will not give you distance from the darkness. There is no running from the darkness.
Don't worry, I'm not running. Give it.
Come on.
I'll enter the world, and in the end, if I haven't given in to the darkness, then I win.
There it is.
I have one more gift for you.
The darkness. Yes, I'm giving you the darkness. Oh, I
What'd you
agree,
do?
Kay, which I'll talk about in a moment.
I simply tempered the darkness that yet remains in your heart.
Yes, Tornor.
You still think that I'd rely on darkness?
To use it or not is your choice. I'll be waiting, Riku, for you to sense it and yield to the darkness in your heart.
So you remember how I mentioned a lot of these people are basically illusions who act in a certain way based on their memories and the reflections of the original, all that fun stuff. Yes, I heard that pandemonium. I guess the way I'm trying to, I guess what I'm trying to say here is, I feel like this Seeker of Darkness, we'll just call him Illusory Seeker of Darkness, so Idod, or Isod, there we go, Isod, is, like I said, it's a fragment, it's a lingering sentiment, but as we've seen with the Lingering Will, it is, you can still get injured, you can still get damaged, it can still have an impact on things, as we saw in Birth by Sleep, and in Kingdom Hearts 2. So I think that there is still a threat of him succumbing, not to the Seeker of Darkness, because the Seeker of Darkness is gone, but to this new thing to basically become, give in to darkness and whatnot. It also makes sense, given that one of Riku's greatest fears at this point is giving in to darkness, and the reflection, his memory, the fragments that he sees in of Sod, in Isod, are entirely of give in to me, give in to darkness, give in to me, give in to darkness. If you notice, he's like a broken record. He never goes off that point ever. Again, I think that's more evidence to the fact that this is not actually Sod. Lexius!
Don't I even warrant a hello, Lexius?
What is going on here, Zexion? I want an explanation.
Nice to see you too, Vexen.
Notice how Vexen is almost as
It's such a
tall as
shame.
Lexius.
The organization used to be the rope that bound us together.
You're only number 6. How dare you?
Let it go, Vexen.
And again, noticing the number importance there.
Zexion, tell us. What did you detect?
Visitors. I picked up 2 scents in the castle's lowest basement. One of them was Maleficent.
Don't be absurd. The witch is gone.
Yeah,
She
she's
cannot
never
return
coming
from
back.
the realm of darkness of her own volition.
If you would let me finish. The scent belonged not to the real Maleficent, but to a very convincing double. But I truly cannot say much beyond that, since the double is no more. Our other visitor saw to that.
And who is it?
I do not know for sure, but the scent was very similar to that of the Superior.
And yet, not exactly the same, was it?
Referring to Xemnas there.
This truly piques my curiosity.
Science!
Now, what to do?
We wait. See what develops.
Another character I wish had more characterization was Lexius. Ultimately, a single interaction between him and Roxas probably gives him more characterization than anything else in the entire series.
Something smells funny. What's that scent? It's so familiar.
What is with the scent thing? I already talked about this.
Darkness. It's the smell of darkness.
Yes, Riku smells of Xemnas. Similar to Xemnas.
I can't believe this
Because
is
of
happening.
Sod.
The darkness even seeped into my skin.
Don't worry, Riku.
Mickey.
Your Majesty!
He smells like darkness, Shadow, obviously. Yay, you have real clothes.
Oh! What happened? I can see right through you.
Funny, huh? I can only send a bit of my power to this place. That's why I've got a request for you.
Request?
Listen, Riku. Just because darkness holds you, don't let go of who you are. You've got to fight the darkness inside you. It won't be easy to do, I know. But please don't forget, even in the darkest darkness, there's always a little bit of light.
Light within darkness.
You and I have seen it.
Light in
The
Zero.
far welcoming
Liz!
light inside the door to darkness. The light of Kingdom Hearts. It will show you the way.
So yeah,
Please don't give up. Believe in the light.
the reason darkness is said more in Chain of Memories
That's a
than
request
light
from my heart.
is because of Riku's storyline.
Okay. I'll do my best.
It's the only game
Trust
like that.
me. I'll try to find a way to reach you. I'll get there. I promise.
Oh. You're an illusion.
Don't worry. We shook hands in our hearts, remember? We're connected, you and me.
Guess we are.
Most people just assume they know what it is, Ryan VG, which is funny, because we don't! But anyways, yes, Nominee, I believe the Sod... I want to make this clear. The Sod here, in Chain of Memories, is Isod, a.k.a. an illusion, not real. Basically a lingering shadow, as you yourself put it. The Sod back in Kingdom Hearts 1, that's definitely, you know, the actual Heartless of Xehanort. But I think this is a totally separate being. It's also worth noting, since nobody actually knows really what Kingdom Hearts is, there's nobody really to ask that question. Hey, Ansem, what is the Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts is darkness! Hey, other Ansem, what is Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts is beyond our understanding. Hey, Sora, what is Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts is light! Hey, Xemnas, what's Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts is the source of all power! I think you get the idea. No, okay. So, unfortunately, unlike in the first section with Sora, most of the stuff in the Riku section in the worlds is actually irrelevant. So I don't actually have a lot to say about these sections. I could try to just blaze through here and hope for the best. So what do you guys think? Let's Samurai, could you check, or someone who's a sword, could you check the current poll really quick? Because there's actually should be another poll that's going on right now, and I want to check the results. Come on, Nightbot, tell me that poll's just there! It is entirely possible, too. In fact, one of my actual favorites, that actually would make sense, wouldn't it? No. Unlimited power! No S, Deutsch. Ah, damn it, Nightbot. Seriously? Seriously? Stop losing my polls. Okay, I'm gonna start up a new poll. So there's a poll I've had going, and I know a lot of you have already voted on it, but for those of you who haven't, it's whether or not we do the Star Fox sections in Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, to make this decision clear, there is basically no lore to the Star Fox section. It's just fun and awesome and great and amazing and incredible. But it would basically just be gameplay, not lore. So it's up to you guys if you want me to do that. So, Fox, yes or no. It's real simple. So for anybody who hasn't voted on it yet, please feel free to vote. I remember we were at like 17-0 last time. Whoops, I didn't do that. Ah.
Take this. Like it.
See you around, Grizzler.
Take this.
Yeah, Nightbot does not like me today. Darkness conquers all worlds! Welcome to Drive Form before Drive Form existed. Seriously, his dark mode is basically the original Drive Form. The original Drive Form, I should say. Also, if we vote yes, I'm going to go out of my way, probably off-screen, to get the necessary pieces to show off the very last Battleship Bravery mission. The one that I'm sure most of you have never done. I've only done it once, and well, I won't say anything else about it, but that is the incentive, shall we say. I'm going the wrong way. Speaking of incentives, I've decided, based on certain things, I'm redoing this incentive slightly. Only slightly. Obviously, at this point, I am, based on that number, unless that changes significantly, I am definitely going to be singing Finny Fun. You guys are sadists. Or sadists, excuse me. So, we will be, you know, singing Finny Fun. The question is, of course, what we'll be doing for the other songs. And I've decided to make this number in order. So rather than like the first song, the last song, and the middle songs, we'll be doing the first song, the second song, the third song, the fourth song. So the higher this number, the more of the songs we will be doing when we get to Atlantica and Kingdom Hearts 2. Well, actually, given what happened to Namine and will happen to Shion Turner, I hate this fight. Really hate this fight. Let me hit you! Oh my god, really? Oh my god. As of this moment, we'll say you have more than one song unlocked, but I am mum on the details. Oh, I hate this fight so goddamn much. Oh, come on! Kind of love it. Like I said, there's really not a lot of story for the in-between worlds. There's plenty of stuff in the cutscenes, but not much else, as I already demonstrated. I'm gonna get the Mickey thing really quick. Really? So the friend you get in this one is, of course, Mickey, because that makes sense. Ah! Let me move.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Thank you. There's a few different fights that Sora didn't get to fight. Oh my god. Do I have anything that can break an 8? Except I don't. Ah! It's Zeiss! The evil one! And by evil, of course, I mean taking over the exchange for the good of the people. He's totally not doing it for his own self-serving ends. You mean the terrible, terrible impression of Jack Sparrow? Will you leave a mate to perish? Zola, quick! I can't even do it. It's such a terrible impression. Damn it, Zeiss. Zeiss says, sing. Sing! Sing! Kingdom sing! Fill me with the power of singing. Oh, shoot, I did, didn't I? Pretend you didn't hear that, okay? Sing them hearts. Fill me with the power of singing. Am I done here? Can I leave? You know, it's actually been so long I don't fully remember how this works in his stuff. Can I just leave? Is that how that works? The GIF should have been right there. Hang on, I'll test it really quick. Hang on, hang on. Let me test the GIF real quick. Test a donation alert. Should be a GIF like right here. So just wait a second. While I figure out where the hell I'm going. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, so we do in fact have a GIF. I'm telling you, Square Enix just does not have good English voice directors. That's really all it boils down to. They never have. They have gotten lucky on occasion and gotten someone good, and that's pretty much the best of it. I really hope the Ansem sentiment is not in Singdom Hearts. Fill me with the power of singness. No, that's okay. I'm trying to think of a good pun there. I'm not good at puns. Hey, Ace. Like, what's a pun based on singing and the word ness? Or darkness? I don't know. I give up. See, notice we're not even put in the right spot like we were in Sora. We just have to actually make our way out. It's okay. Riku's section is actually quite short. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if that was a completely separate voice directing team. Like audio team in general than their usual. Because if the audio design in 12 overall was pretty top-notch, in my opinion. You got it, Pandemonium. Every time Sora is dumb, I'll go, ha 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 ha. What do you guys think? Pingdom puns! Oh, cutscene. Probably sentiment nominee.
I have identified the scent. It is...
I'm pretty
Riku.
neutral, Zeiss.
Riku, you say? Has he emerged from the realm of darkness?
His existence, it was once doubled in the darkness.
Fascinating. That's why you mistook him for the superior. The dark power given to Riku facilitated his escape from its realm.
What I want to know is why he appeared here in Castle Oblivion.
Hey, Scorpion.
That's really quite simple. His existence resonates with that of another hero.
Sora is in the castle?
He arrived earlier. Marluxia is already using Naminé's unique powers to meddle with Sora's heart.
Without even bothering to consult us.
It seems he desperately wants the Keyblade Master for himself. What a foolish plan indeed. Sora's is not such an interesting existence. The entity that holds true value is Riku, the hero of darkness.
I feel like pointing out a couple things here. First of all, Vexen is technically absolutely right there. Sora is completely uninteresting and frankly mundane, especially when they compare it to the overall people that he interacts with. You know, even for a normal organization member. To put this in another word, if Sora, even if Sora had the Keyblade but had none of the connections to other hearts that power him up to make him stronger, he would be weaker than the weakest organization member, which is debatably him or XIII. He would be pathetic. It is that very nature which is what makes him remarkable. I also find this interesting because Riku is probably a much more interesting person from an analytical perspective. Yeah! Even though... Thank you, Green. Even though Riku's heart, as I already mentioned, is actually weaker than Sora's. Hang on, let me go back to the dashboard here. Here we go. Do the laugh thing. Okay, you know, so Green just donated $1, so the very next time we have a Sora's dumb moment, I'm going to do the Tidus laugh. So I will go ahead and do that. Just once. I'm not doing it every time, because my throat will give out. But I will do it the very next time we have a Sora's dumb moment. Demix does not show up in this game, no, sorry. Also, Fearsome, I used to have matches like that all the time back in Brood War, believe it or not. And it was funny because I was like, okay, really? You're just dragging this out? Ah, it's Demix! No! Dance, Water, dance! No combat, I don't think would quite fit. So Demix apparently wants me to keep to the beat for some weird reason, so... Come on, stick to the beat! Hey, there is no reason to be ashamed of really liking a character in Kingdom Hearts. Honestly, a lot of them are really good characters. Riku being no exception. Also, I have rarely beaten Riku on Destiny Islands. I have done it. I did it, like, basically refused to move on a couple times before I did it. But I've only done it, like, those 2 times, I think. Literally twice. Once on Beginner and once on Proud. And that's it. So again, no cutscenes. It's okay, Shuryu. Chad is evil. So I feel like I end up liking Demix more because of my initial reaction. What happened to me the first time I ever played him. Which I know I've told you guys the story before, and I will tell it again when we actually get there. But I'm wondering if that's true for everyone else. If we think of Demix more positively than we otherwise would because of that first moment. I actually would disagree with that, personally. I mean, I probably do like him a little bit more than I otherwise would because of that first moment. However, I would argue that he does have some interesting character traits regardless of that. He's also one of the more fleshed out secondary organization characters. Nice, Sledged. By the way, Sledged, would you like to put your donation from earlier towards or against the incentive here? I feel like I've asked you this before. I don't remember. I've only beat Leon twice. Once cheating, so that doesn't count, and once before. Yeah, I like him in Olympus. Run away, run away! I also really like him in 358. They actually make a point of emphasizing that Demix is not that much of a fighter, but he is actually really good at what he does, which is basically scouting. And I actually like that because it emphasizes that not every organization member needs to be a combatant. And it emphasizes just as how much of an augmentation nobidification is, becoming a nobody. Because even someone like Demix, who is not a fighter and was not a fighter, is still actually surprisingly powerful and has a strong heart, or had a strong heart. And I like that. I don't know what else to add to that. Yeah, exactly, Fearsome. It's a great scene. I really like what they did with Demix. I really do. Oh, damn it, Sledged. You should put it against. Alright. I'll put it towards. So this was... Here it is. So we are now at this much. For that. Ugh. I should probably be killing a little more. I'm kind of trying to avoid combat a little bit. To try and blaze through these sections a little bit faster, since there's so little to talk about here. Okay, so of the secondary organization members, so not counting the big names, Xigbar, not counting Xigbar, not counting Axel, you know, of the secondary characters, the ones who don't really see that much characterization, who's your favorite? And I'm kind of torn on that, because I really like basically all of them. I like Larxene, I like Luxord, I like, I like Demix. Probably the chat, Pandemonium. Well, I imagine Luxord is lava, but I don't know about the rest. I'm not even sure if I want the rest to be. You cannot choose Axel or Marluxia, Deutsch. Actually, they probably don't nominate. Yes, Twitch is the next Xehanort clone. Roxas does not count. Xigbar's my second favorite character in the entire series. Or my first favorite, depending on my mood at the time. He's pretty much tied right up there at the top. Pitch black world. No, we're not gonna do that. Do I have any other 4s? Oh, looks like I don't. Only 5s. We have a 6 we could use. We'll do that. It kind of is, isn't it, Pearson? Larxene. I actually really like Larxene, despite the fact that she's kind of evil. Let's see, if Twitch is the next Xehanort, then CBS would probably be YouTube. Which makes sense, if you think about it. Guys, I have a secret to be telling you guys. I am secretly Kai Lang. I've been meaning to tell you that for a while. Sorry. Oh my god, die. I didn't actually mean to do that. Whoops. Oh well. I mean, it's not like Larxene is a great character of like, awesome... I like Larxene as a villain. Does that make any better sense? I like her as an antagonist. And of course, I apologize to her when I execute her. Just like all the rest. Do I have a 5? I have a 9. We'll do that then. Damn it, Fearsome! You're CBS's nobody, aren't you? Which, considering there's no vowels, that's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like Sibix, whatever. So yeah, this is pretty much the gameplay of the Riku sections. New world, no cutscenes in the world. Just you're in a new world. Here you go. And you fight a boss, and then you're done. That's it. That's it. All of the story of the Riku sections comes in between the worlds, so it's a bit of a shame, really. But what are you gonna do? Big 6, there we go. we go. Oh, I knew it! Sora was always Riku's shadow, because he was always in Riku's shadow. Both literally because he's smaller and figuratively because he's terrible. Xebus says, you know, whatever. Ugh. See, who would my top 5 be? I think, in no particular order, Aqua, Xigbar, I gotta think, Axel, Xion, and probably Roxas. Although Xehanort would be pretty far up there, too. There's a lot of good characters, in my opinion, in the Kingdom Hearts series, so it's kind of hard to pick a top 5. The top 2 I could pick instantly. Aqua and Xigbar. Bam, done. After that, it's like, I care, Shadow. Shut your face. Has anybody picked Sora as their favorite character? Trick question. Nobody would ever do that. I actually enjoyed Dragon Age 2 when I really cranked the difficulty down, Kelsey. When I was doing it for the marathon. A lot easier. And a lot less tiresome, for lack of a better word to put it. Based on the time, it looks like I'm going to be leaving soonish. I'm going to be going to deal with the mattress situation, as I already mentioned. Once that situation is dealt with, I'll be coming back and returning to streaming. Most likely. So that is the situation there, just a heads up. See, I'm always much more the big brother thing towards Aqua. But that's just me in general. There's like one fictional character ever I've actually had a serious crush on, and that is Dr. Crusher, of course. The second most attractive woman in the world. He could Lava Dude, you're right. Except for that one Xehanort who's just a little bit different. Oh my god, it's Xigbar! Or Brig. Or, as his real name is, Kingdom Brig! What? I hope so too, Samurai. I'm a little worried about the Riku sections, especially the Sod fight. Excuse me, the Isod fight. But, yeah. I am very hopeful that we see more of Saïx. We got his character a lot more fleshed out in 358. But, yeah. The first most attractive is actually a real-life woman. Who I know. Who I shall not mention, especially if she's watching the stream right now, because I don't want to make her embarrassed. But she's a woman I know. You notice I'm saving regularly, because I'm actually worried about this playthrough. Vexen!
I take it you're Riku.
As you can tell, I actually like Vexen, despite everything.
You are half correct.
I like that answer. You with Ansem? You're about half correct. Which is funny, because this is actually half correct in both directions. He was with Ansem, the wise, and he was with Xemnas, the fake Ansem. I actually have a theory about that I will probably mention in Kingdom Hearts 2. So don't forget to tell me, let me tell you my theory about the memories associated with Ansem the Wise.
Let us say that he is not the Ansem with which you are familiar. He is Ansem, and he is not Ansem. Perhaps a nobody best conveys the idea.
Just spell it out there, would
Riddles
you,
were never
Vexen?
my thing. Try again.
He belongs to neither the light nor the dark, but walks the twilight between. Oh. Catching on now? Oh, yes. You also stand in between the light and the darkness. It appears we have much in common.
Maybe.
What do you think, Lord of the
Like
Flame?
you said, there really is darkness left inside of me. But so what? Darkness is my enemy. And so are you for reeking of that awful smell.
Oh, so it's a fight you want. Very good. I shall take you on.
Yay. Vexen. Interesting thought there, Lord of the Flame. Especially given how prideful Vexen tends to be. Not just, arrogant, just with that pride thing he's got going on. He's referring to the smell of darkness, Shadow. Most of the organization members smell of it because of their the amount of time they spend in the realm of darkness.
Here you go. Take this. Darkness.
Darkness. Damn it, he broke me out of it. Worst boss song ever. Damn it, I'm just... Actually, we kind of have been Lord of the Flame. I actually do have a smell in mind, which I don't know how to describe to you. Like, picture a really cold, dark, damp, wet cave. You know, not like fungal smell. But, you know... Oh, jeez. Oh, crap! What? No! No! Why did I lose Mickey? Oh, God, I lost Mickey. I lost Mickey. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, God. Oh, God. I have nowhere. I'm not even at half health on him. Not just damp, but, like... Oh, man. Oh, well. Let's try that again. But yeah, like that kind of wet, but like clean wet, if that makes any sense. If any of you have ever actually been into like one of those stalactite caves, I've been to several in my life, for example. There's a unique smell of like rock and cold and water that kind of combines to make a unique smell. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's how I always picture the smell of darkness being. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking of Shadow or Samurai's question, Pandemonium.
Yeah. Take this. No good. Yeah. No good. Take that.
Yeah, kind of like that, Lord of the Flame.
No good.
Damn it.
Take this. Here you go. Just me.
Damn it. No. Ugh. God damn it. Yes, it is, Ace.
No good. You imbecile.
By the way, this kind of power, this guy controlling ice like this, I want to remind you, this guy had no abilities prior to being nobody. Just want to stress that again. Damn it, let me move. And he broke my frickin' Mickey again earlier. I lost my heel again. I might have to actually go level, and I really don't want to do that.
No good. Here you go. Darkness. I've had enough of this.
Mickey!
You're pushing it.
No! Why didn't it go off? God damn you to hell! You and your goddamn card breaks. I hate this frickin' game and everything about it. I must kill everything. Must kill everything. Anyway, so as I was saying, I can't actually think of any original characters in the Kingdom Hearts series that I actively don't like. So... no, you just, like, it's the same thing as it is in the PS2 version, Ace. You beat the Sora story, and then you unlock Riku's story. It's totally separate.
I find coursing through you there is a darkness of formidable power growing, well worth the trouble of aggravating you. All this excitement has provided me with invaluable data.
What?
Many thanks, Riku.
It was a trick all along.
Hell of a fight for a trick. I may have to start killing more. And actually Korean method a bit. Don't want to do that. He said other than Sora, fearsome. Admittedly, I don't really like Sora, but I can't really say I dislike Sora either. Damn it, Sledged. Farewell forever, Shadow. Or until later. Personally, of the Kingdom Hearts characters, keeping in mind I don't dislike Sora, I just don't like him. I would say Sora is my least favorite, most bad, whatever you want to call it, original character in Kingdom Hearts. The best is, of course, I think this just goes without saying, Oogie Boogie. Because he's the Oogie Boogie man. I can only remember that one line. If he's feeling antsy and nothing much to do, I may just cook a special batch of snake and spider stew. And don't you know the one thing that would make it look so nice? A roly-poly Santa Claus down up in spice. Whoa, 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 he's the Oogie Boogie man. I'm done. Anyway, so, hey, Agir. There is none, Ace. I pretty much like all of them. I mean, if you're saying my least favorite other than Sora, let me think about that for a minute. I'm assuming you mean original character, of course.
Like it! Your Majesty! Come on! Take this! Like it!
I love that singing that song, Kelsey. It's fun as hell to sing. I love moving around while doing it too. You know, it's the Oogie Boogie man. Fair enough, Dylan. Frickin' stupid garbage. Actually, that's a good point. I will go with the characters in Twilight Town, like all of them, equally. If I have to pick one, I'll pick the woman, whose name I don't even remember. She has, like, no characterization other than she's the one who actually does her homework, and that's, like, all we know about her. So I would put her as my next least favorite. Unless we're counting Aeris's voice actress in Kingdom Hearts 2. Not Aeris herself, just her voice actress. Because, holy crap, learn to emote! I think that in the next area, maybe we should go and try to use the antivirus against the MCP. That might be a good idea to do, guys. What do you think? I'm thinking it would be good. I can't even do it. I can't even do it right. It's just that bad. I sure hope so, Cloudy. They really started moving him in a right direction, I think, right at the end of Dream Drop Distance. But as a consequence of what was happening to move him in the right direction, he kind of didn't have anything to do with the rest of Dream Drop Distance. He fell asleep, and yeah, the end, basically. Almighty dirt. Do I have a... We'll do this one. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. Ah! Heartless! I need to do acting when I'm doing my voice because I know how to do voice acting. One thing I've noticed, actually, and I've noticed this over many, many years, so I don't really have a lot of specific examples to give you. Sometimes actors who are so used to relying on things other than their voice do not make good voice actors. It's usually the exceptions who prove to be good voice actors in addition to regular actors. Anyone else ever notice that? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Selfie, that's my other least favorite. And Waka and Titus. And Halet and Hainer and Howlett and whatever the other names are, I don't remember. They're not relevant, they don't matter, they're dead. I killed them. I killed them as Roctus, just for extra humor value. That's true, Pandemonium. Ace, after this we'll be playing 2, then we'll be playing 358, then we'll be playing Coded, then we'll be playing Birth by Sleep, then we'll be playing Dream Drop Distance, then we'll be playing 2.8, then we'll be playing 3, then we'll be playing 3.8, and then we'll be playing 3.75, and then we'll be playing the secondary Bob Adventures of Bob Bill the Bobbinus. So, ready to fight Hook again? Oh my god. Zexion, fearsome. Yes, Samurai. To both questions. Oh my god, just die! Stop going into dark mode and just die. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, Zexion will die. Yeah, no kidding, Lord of the Flame. I'm actually kind of worried about this one. Oh god, I still don't really get that, Samurai. I really don't. I mean, I do. I understand exactly why it happens. It's just incredibly stupid of them. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Zexion dies pretty badly. Several of the organization members die pretty badly, if you think about it. No, you cannot, Ace. You're pretty much locked in.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Dude, why would Squirrel for Brains do anything right, Samurai? Anytime they do something right, it's completely by accident. Let's see what I want with this. Let's go with... that one. Oh, I missed. No, you cannot. Deutsch. You know, they could still patch it. I'm just saying. That is still within the realm of feasibility. Alright, I'm full on health. Let's go ahead and try this sucker. Man, am I close to a level? Nope. Alright, let's just do this. Okay, let's do this, boss. We got this, guys. We'll just put that in there, and that. Okay, wish me luck. It's time to fight Hook. Hook, 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 Hook. Damn it. What, Pax? Damn it. How dare you destroy me, Pax.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Actually, it's basically because the people in character are wrong about it, Fearsome. There's also a little bit of bias involved. I of course, make fun because, you know, oh, Sora's a total bigot. But in all honesty, basically everyone has the exact same problem. And that is the problem that they assume that simply because you are lacking a heart, you don't feel. And, you know, therefore you are not a real person.
Darkness!
So that's what happens when you actually successfully do one of those. Bam. Alright, what's up, Max? Wow. Okay, so now that we've defeated Hook, like I said, I'm going to be going for a bit, guys. And then I will be back to continue the streaming. Hang on just a second, actually. Okay, yeah, so I'll be back after I finish doing these errands. And then we'll finish up, and I really hope to finish up Riku's story tonight. So I will see you guys in a few.